Hello and welcome. I'm Gargi Rawat and you're watching me on youtube.com/NDTV. This is the site to go to for all the videos and shows from NDTV, and every day we ask you to pick the stories that you want to know more about. We give you 5 of our top stories of the day, and today the stories that we told you about: Prime Minister Modi to raise poll pitch in Delhi today as Delhi goes to polls on Saturday. Today the Prime Minister will be addressing a rally in Karkarduma today in East Delhi. Now the opposition slams Yogi Adityanath's Goli ki Boli remark. This is after the UP Chief Minister, who's a star campaigner for the BJP, has been campaigning in Delhi and making several remarks and allegations against the Congress and Aam Aadmi Party that they claim amounts to hate speech, and they've asked for action from the Election Commission. Also in the top court today, faith versus rights in a 9-judge bench led by the Chief Justice of India will look into issues regarding faith and law and women and various religions, and this comes from the Sabrimala case and the review petition against it, and it was the issues were put before a larger bench, so that will be taken up by the Supreme Court. Also, terrorist-free days before London attack. A young man, 20 years old, who was freed just a little over a week ago, went on a stabbing spree in London. He stabbed 2 people before he was shot dead. He was also allegedly wearing some kind of a fake suicide vest, so he was shot to death by the police. Also, the BAFTA Awards that took place in London in 1917, winning the war film, winning many of those awards. Well, let's just also talk about firstly on the Delhi campaign and Yogi Adityanath, the UP Chief Minister. So a lot has been said about the kind of remarks he's been making. Here he said Arvind Kejriwal busy offering biryani at Shaheen Bagh. And he called Shaheen Bagh a malicious attempt to disturb peace and normal life in Delhi. So these are the kind of remarks that he's been making. He also said the difference between the BJP on one hand and between the Aam Aadmi Party and Congress on the other is that we feed terrorists with bullets, but they feed them with biryani. So several remarks that he's made talked about Goli ki Boli, etc. And this has led to a lot of anger. Yogi Adityanath also saying that he questioned the motive of the protesters who have been sitting in Shaheen Bagh for 50 days now in protest against the Citizenship Amendment Act. It's a peaceful sit-in, but he has said it's a pretext to oppose abrogation of Article 370, the court's judgment on Ram Temple, as well as triple talaq. He said the BJP is working with zero tolerance towards terrorism, but Kejriwal is busy sponsoring and offering biryani in Shaheen Bagh. So, on one hand talking about terrorism and then going on to talk about Shaheen Bagh. And he also said that Shaheen Bagh protest is a pretext, and they were protesting over several things like the Ram Temple and Kashmir, etc. And he also said their problem is a ban on triple talaq, that they had to protest against the removal of Article 370 and the Grand Temple. And now the Aam Aadmi Party has hit out over these speeches by Yogi Adityanath, and they've asked the Election Commission to take action. And in fact, Sanjay Singh of the Aam Aadmi Party hit back at the UP Chief Minister. And he, in fact, has said that he should bring out proof of Mr. Kejriwal's links to Pakistan, as he's been claiming at all these rallies. And he says that he should go to jail for making false claims against the Delhi Chief Minister. Sanjay Singh saying that someone says Arvind Kejriwal is a terrorist. Remember, that was said by Parvesh Verma of the BJP, that Arvind Kejriwal is a terrorist. So Sanjay Singh saying someone says Arvind Kejriwal is a terrorist, someone claims he has links to Pakistan, they've made a drama company. And the AAP leader also expressed the shock that the Election Commission is being quiet about the situation. They've tried to get a meeting with the Election Commission regarding Yogi Adityanath's comments, and they've said that they will also protest outside the Election Commission office if that meeting is not granted today. Arvind Kejriwal also hit back at the UP Chief Minister, saying that he's coming to Delhi and talking about education, about hospitals. He should in fact go to Uttar Pradesh and worry about the situation there than coming here and creating trouble. And the reason that these remarks have got everybody worried, and there's so much talk about the hate speech in Delhi and slogans such as Goli Maro or shoot the traitors, is because we've had shooting incidents. The latest is at Jamia University, where there are allegations that shots were fired outside of gate number 7, and that is where a protest has been taking place for several days now against the Citizenship Amendment Act. So a shot was fired last night outside the Jamia Millia University. Now, what the people there claim is that two people came on a scooter, and the one who was riding pillion actually fired the shot. No one was injured, but it did, of course, create a big ruckus and a lot of panic at the moment. And then later there were protests outside the police station. However, the police is investigating, and so far what NDTV has learned is that they haven't really found any evidence so far. They're still looking. They haven't found any shell casings. And they haven't also found anything from the CCTV. So there you can see the scenes outside of Jamia University just after that alleged firing incident took place. And then the police currently investigating. They have filed an FIR. Now, this is the third firing incident in 4 days in this Jamia Nagar incident. Remember earlier there was a firing at the protest march at Jamia. And in that one, student's hand got injured. Then there was a firing at the Shaheen Bagh protest, which is just 2 kilometers from this particular site. And now this third incident in which there are allegations that a shot was fired. But so far, as we said, the police have found no evidence. They are still investigating. They're looking at all the CCTV recordings. But an FIR has been registered, and they're collecting the CCTV. And this comes as the Election Commission has in fact removed the DCP of this area after the 2 incidents of firing that have taken place, firing in broad daylight. But and people have been arrested only after that. Remember, especially the earlier firing that took place at that Jamia protest is coming for severe criticism, with the Delhi police, actually being there. We've all seen those visuals. The Delhi police were lined up as this man was waving a gun, and no action was taken. No effort was made to prevent him from firing the gun, which he did, injuring a Jamia student. Now, the big international story is in London, where this stabbing has taken place. And once again, like it happened earlier as well, is that the person involved in this stabbing, because earlier also we had an incident like this a few weeks, a month ago, in which a person went on a stabbing spree, and it turned out that he had just been released from jail. And in this case as well, this 20-year-old man was just released from jail, and 2 people were stabbed, but none of them have life-threatening injuries. The person was also wearing some kind of a hoax device. His name was Aman, and he was released from jail just a few days ago. And he was being actually, he was under surveillance at the time. Now, the street was blocked off, and according to people, he was holding a machete and a silver canister. And then finally he was shot by the police, and it's said that he was wearing a fake suicide vest. So again, a worry for London, and also for England, and they're going to look at, for Britain, they're going to look at their laws again and see, because this guy was actually let go from jail, even though there were concerns regarding him, but under certain rules he was released from jail. So that's something that they will be looking into closely again. And coronavirus remains one of our top stories. The novel coronavirus that has spread from Wuhan. The first fatality was reported outside of China in the Philippines, and the number of deaths that have taken place is 360. So that's more deaths that took place in 2002 due to the SARS virus. Well, that's all the time I have for you. Thanks so much for watching. Goodbye.